my opinion on Ace is already changing, sadly, on Monday.
Yeah.
On Monday, I talked about how I love Ace and I really don't want him to do something stupid. And then that's what he does on Monday night, which, I think if he explores too much, he's going to end up with fucking nobody. Like, he's forgetting that also the girls have to pick.
For sure.
And there's a chance they do not pick him because he's...
Well, it's so frustrating because it seems like he has the right thoughts for other people's couples. Like, I like that he's clocking Jeremiah right now. I like that he's like a little iffy about it. He's just cautious. And then I also liked what he said to Taylor about Alandria being like, hey, if you slow burn this too much, like she's gonna get somebody else. You gotta step up your game. The whole thing. It's like, well, my God, look in the mirror. He's giving great advice, but he's not taking the advice he's giving. But I also feel like he just doesn't really like Amaya. Like, I don't know why he picked her.
I don't know why he picked Amaya, and he picked Amaya and then was like, listen, like, whoa, don't get too excited, which was just like kind of strange right off the bat.
It was.
But then Amaya's reaction I felt was like a little over the top because they had they literally just met that day. But then Ace was being a weirdo about not, like, he was like, okay, don't get too comfortable with me, but like how, like, she's trying to explore the connection. And then he's like, he doesn't like babe, he doesn't like being called babe.
Yeah.
I legitimately was cackling when they had the second conversation at night and Amaya called him babe again accidentally, and she was like, I'm sorry, and I genuinely was laughing so hard because his face, he was just staring at her like so mad that she accidentally called him babe. Like, it was just so,
it's just weird because I think
happening?
There's like multiple usages of babe, right? Like, I think he got all freaked out because he asked her what she would call her like previous partners, and she had said babe. So I think like he took that as like, oh my God, she's moving way faster than me. But in reality, like, she called her old partner babe, but she also calls everybody else babe too. Like, it's not like
everybody
it's
babe.
Not an exclusive to her ex-partner. And then I thought it was like, and then Nick was just egging him on, being like, yeah, you're right, that is weird. Like, that's too much, too fast. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know. Fair for Ace, like if Ace like wants to set his boundaries and whatnot, okay. But I just thought it was like the first time it was like, okay, I get it. But then it just seemed the way he was continuing to harp on it. It was like, well, now you just seem like you're pushing her away because you didn't like how the first conversation went. So now you're just like, you're like, okay, I'm done with you.
Yeah, it really escalated very quickly.
It really did.
And I just don't understand the game him and Shelly are playing.
Yeah,
and
I don't either.
Sadly, Austin had a good point.
He was right.
Which was like, we're all like shaking our heads like, oh, why is Austin the one being like the one to shed some light on what's happening? But like, it's true. It's like,
you had your chance, bro. You could have picked her and you didn't.
Why don't you just go for what you want?
Yep.
It's very confusing now.
Yeah, I agree.
And Alandria's comments had me peeing my pants. She was like, he's Christopher Columbus. He's exploring all over the place.
Shelly was like, who does he think he is, Dora?
It's unbelievable. Like, seriously, some
she was
A+
cracking
one-liners
me up.
there.
I know. I love Alandria too, because when she was like talking about Huda, and she was like, she clearly just needs a friend that's gonna be a little, feed into the delusion a little bit, and I can do that. She's like, that can be me. I can do that for her.
No, it was insane watching Huda bring up living together with Jeremiah, and then Jeremiah being like he was not in it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, like I would, we would do long distance, and then we'd move to the same city.
Yeah.
And then after we see how that was, then we would maybe break the lease and like live together. Like, he was like, there are steps before living together. And she goes back and she's telling all the girls like about living together, and they're like, he said that? And she's like, yeah. He's like, no. He didn't say that, actually.
Cracking me up too. They were like, oh.
No, he didn't say that at all. His face looked terrified. I mean, now at this point, I'm watching just for this to fucking explode open, because wow, it's weird to watch.
Yeah.
Like, they're weirding me out. And I know we've seen stuff like this in the past where like people get attached. Like, I mean, like Aaron and Kayla. Like, we saw them get attached fast, all this shit. But like, we're talking about moving in together. Like,
no, she brought up their wedding.
Yeah,
even in, like, as a joke.
No, like,
but like,
whoa, you know, whoa.
Even as a joke, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, like it's
like
weird.
The other girls were like, look, there's moving fast in real life, and everything moves fast in here, but I think they're moving faster even Love Island time.
Yeah, they definitely are, and it's gonna burst, obviously. Like, something is bound to happen.